The runtime initialization, we can use the iterative statements, that is these are also called looping statements like for loop and while loop. In one dimensional array we use the one for loop. So this is also we know for I is equals to 0, I less than size, I plus plus, and the here for runtime initialization, the taking values from the at the runtime, we use the function scanf. So we use this for loop in one dimensional array. Coming to the two dimensional array, here we using two for loops, one for the rows and second one for the columns. So this is like for I is equals to 0, I less than row size, I plus plus. Again another for loop, inner for loop, this is the j equals to 0, j less than call size, j plus plus. In the inner for loop we write the scanf function, scanf percentile d ampersand array of I j. That means we storing the values at ith row and jth column. So this is the for loop representation of two dimensional array. We take the values at the runtime. For example, I am taking a 3 by 3 matrix. So that means totally 9 elements, and the 9 elements are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So these are represented in 3 rows and 3 columns. That means 3 by 3 matrix. For example, I am taking a matrix. So in these 3 rows, that means the subscript must be starts from 0. So 0th row, first row, second row. Again the columns also 0th column, first column and the second column. Okay. So this element is here totally 9 elements. These are the 9 positions of the elements. So this position is called 0th row, 0th column. That means 0, 0 element. This is the 0th row and the first column. 0, 1 element. This is the 0th row and second column. 0, 2 element. In the same way, first row, 0th column, first row, first column, first row, second column. So this is the second row, 0th column, second row, first column, second row, second column. These are the positions. So here the row size is 3 and the column size is 3. So tracing of this syntax, for I is equals to 0, I less than row size. So row size is 3, 0 less than 3, condition true. If the condition is true, the control enters into the for loop. Here another for loop, that means inner for loop. For j is equals to 0, here column size is also 3. So 0 less than 3, condition true. Hence again it enters into the for loop. So here there is a scanf statements. I am taking a value from runtime. So that is stored at the array of I value, this position. That means ith row, jth column. So I value is 0 and j value is 0. So the entered element is stored at the 0, 0 position. That means at this position. So after end of the loop, the control goes into the either increment or decrement statement. Here the increment statement and the j value will be incremented. After the incrementation of j value, j will become 1. So 1 less than 3. The condition is true. Again the control enters into the loop. Here taking a value and that is stored at, so I value 0 and j value 1. And the element is stored at 0, 1 position and here. After ending of the loop, j will be incremented. After the increment of j, the j value is 2, 2 less than 3. The condition is true. Again it enters into the for loop and the value is stored at I value 0 and j value is 2, 0, 2 position. So the element is stored at the 0, 2 position. After the end of the loop, the j value will be incremented and the j value will be 3 and 3 less than 3, condition false, and that means it terminates the loop. And here also there is the termination of loop. This is the outer for loop. So hence the I value will be incremented. Here already I value 0. After the incrementation I will be 1. So 1 less than 3. Condition true. Again enters into the loop. J is equals to 0. J less than 3. 0 less than 3. Condition true. It enters into the inner for loop. That means here scanf percentile d, and that means we are taking a value from runtime, and it will be stored at array of, here I value change, I value 1 and j value 0. So the element is stored at 1 0 position. That means here the number 4 is stored at 1 0 position. After end of the loop, the j will be incremented. That means j value 0 after incrementation it will be 1. 1 less than 3. The condition is true. Then it again enters into the loop. Here the I value is, it stored the I value 1 and j value 1. The element is stored at 1 1 position. That means here after end of the loop the j value will be incremented. That means the j value is 2. 2 less than 3. Condition true. So it enters into the loop. So I value 1, j value 2. The element is stored at 1 2 position. That means here. After end of the loop, it will be incremented. That means j value 2 will be incremented and it will be 3, and 3 less than 3. Condition false. It terminates the loop. Again it terminates the loop. This is the outer for loop. Again I value incremented. Previously I value is 1. Now I will be 2. Okay. I will be 2. 2 less than 3. Condition true. It enters into the inner for loop. J is equals to 0. 0 less than 3. Condition true. And it is stored at. So I value is changing. That means 2, j value 0. So it is stored at 2 0 position. That means here that is 7. After end of the loop, j will be incremented. That means j will be 1. 1 less than 3. Condition true. And it enters into the for loop. Here the element is stored at 2 1 position. So 2 1 position is here. The element is stored. So after the end of the loop, the j will be incremented. It will be 2. 2 less than 3. And the condition is true. Here I value 2 and j value also 2. The element is stored at 2 2 position. That means here the 9 is stored. After end of the loop, the j will be incremented. That is 3. 3 less than 3. The condition false. So condition false means this for loop is terminated. So again the termination. So this is the outer for loop. The I value incremented. Already I value is 2. After the incrementation the I value is 3. 3 less than 3. Condition false. So if the condition false, it enters. It didn't enter into the inner for loop. Hence the total loop will be terminated. Here the 9 elements is stored in 3 by 3 matrix. This is the working of 2 for loops. If you observe that the I value is incremented only after filling up the 3 columns. That means we can insert the values into array in mathematically 2 ways. That means row order wise insertion and column order wise insertion. For example, if there are 9 elements, the row order will be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. That means after completion of, after fulfillment of one row, then only it goes to the second row. This is the row order wise. Coming to the column order wise, this will first the elements are stored in column wise. But in C language, computer language, we allows only row order wise. If you insert the elements that are by defaultly inserts in row order wise. Past check.